And welcome. We are so excited to be kicking off the first of a new series, which is really going to be all about showcasing and highlighting our amazing retreat mentees. Now, these are women who are stepping into this space with an incredible amount of grace, compassion, and leadership. And as many of you might have heard, after 8 beautiful years of running the Whole Experience retreats, this chapter is coming to a close for us. And so as this is coming to an end, it's also the beginning of something new, which is us being able to pass the torch. So we're highlighting the next generation of these amazing space holders through our mentorship training program. And so these are women who we've supported, learning about everything that we've learned from our years of experience of running powerful transformational experiences. This is really going to garner them the wisdom and knowledge of how to really focus on the levers that matter most. It also is allowing them to take their unique voices, their skill sets, and create a in-person experience, which I think probably most of us can agree it is more needed than ever in our society. And so we're so excited that today we're going to be introducing one of our mentees, and she is Chikara, and she's a certified life coach. She's a leadership coach. She is somebody who's deeply committed to helping women navigate life's big transitions. And now I think a lot of us are going through transitions a lot. So this is going to be something that I think is such an important retreat. And so I'm excited for her to really unpack her experiences, why she came to this space, what makes her so passionate, and I really know that you're going to love her. She actually is hosting her first retreat coming up in January 2026, and it's going to be all around rooted in helping those that are really seeking those big life transitions to have support. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring on the lovely Miss Chikara. Please drop in the comments how we're feeling, how things are going in our part of the world, and thank you so much for joining in. I'm in Indonesia, Bali. Hey girl, how are you?
I'm doing great. So good to see you.
See you too. So where in the world are you now?
Good question. I am actually in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, joining you live from the beach. So happy to be here.
Thanks for taking us to the beach.
Yes.
Well, I was just singing your praises about the amazing space that you hold right now in more of a digital space and what you're really seeking to
Okay.
transformational in-person events. So I would love for you to introduce yourself a little bit and tell us about what really drew you into the space of retreat.
Sure, absolutely. I'm so happy to be here. Um, so I think there was a little bit of an introduction, but I will start over again. My name is Shakara Kennedy. I am here in beautiful Mexico. I am a certified life and leadership and executive coach. And I recently founded my own company, Power Coaching and Consulting, where I provide coaching, consulting to corporate and individual clients. And as Whitney mentioned, of moving into retreats starting in January. And for me, I just think the blend of coaching plus the opportunity to go to a retreat, so doing some intention setting, working with a certified coach, really having some clarity about what you want to experience and what transitions you're navigating with, getting some tools, getting connected to the community can really enhance the overall experience of the retreat. I will also be offering coaching after the retreat as well. So it's a full experience, and it's really just meant to say, you know what, it's one thing to go to a retreat, have this amazing experience, and then come back to your home and get back into the same old. It's really about thinking, how can I integrate all of the powerful things that happen to me in a retreat and really make it a new part of my life. And I'm just so excited to offer that opportunity because I've had the opportunity to have that experience over and over again. So it's something I'm really, really passionate about.
I love that. So let's unpack that for a moment because I know like you are a
Sure.
girl, you've got this beautiful light about you. Can you
Thank
walk us through
you.
of your big transitions and what kind of led you first?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been a corporate girly. I started off in the military as a military officer and jumped right into the corporate world. And I've done HR for over 20 years. And honestly, some of the companies, some of the world's most well-known companies, I worked at Toshiba in Tokyo, Japan. I worked at Ernst& Young for quite a few years, leading a leadership team. I worked at Westinghouse. And most recently, I led an HR team, a senior HR team at Meta, which is formerly known as Facebook. So I was there for nearly 5 years, doing a lot of HR work, working with executives all around the world, professionals and managers, doing a lot of coaching. But it wasn't until I started having some really major life transitions of my own that I really understood the power of coaching and retreats. So in 2022, after being married for nearly 5 years, my husband decided he no longer wanted to be married. So there was a divorce. That was the same year that I turned 40. In 2023, I was part of one of the many layoffs rounds at Meta. So within just a very short amount of time, I kind of was really stepping back and saying, like, this is a lot. This is not how I expected to enter my 40s. I didn't expect to be single. I didn't expect to be jobless. I didn't expect to not really know where to go next, and honestly just feeling so disempowered. What can I do next? The things that I had been working for and the things that I ascribed success with were all kind of taken away in a short amount of time, and I really felt like I was at that decision-making time. Can I go down this path of feeling sad and scared and nervous and embarrassed and shame and so confused, or am I willing to step out and think about this as a way to really repurpose my life and gain power from some of the things and learn a little bit more about myself, gain power and really create a life that I was really looking for and that I'd never really imagined. So it was a very pivotal time. So you talked about transitions. Yes, they're happening left and right. People are getting laid off, divorces, relationships, all these things we can't control are happening fast and furious.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I always think when we're in the muck of a transition, it sucks. And it feels like it's kind of happening to us. And then I think
Yes,
tilting point where you look back and you're like, oh, no, 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 that was happening for me. Do you feel like you've had that
absolutely.
for me kind of point now through that big like life shift of that up 40 upheaval?
I'll be honest. I love my life. I live at the beach. I'm working for myself. I am dating. I am just living this life that feels almost like a vacation, but it's not always easy. It's hard. I miss the stability, right, of this corporate job and these paychecks that are coming. I miss the chance to say, hey, I'm going to take leave and continue to get paid while I'm gone. Uh, I miss the stability sometimes of having a husband that can drive me around or help me when something gets broken in the house, and just having that level of partnership and relationship. But I absolutely can already see within a short amount of time so many of these things. Without these things, I never would have had the courage. I never would have, really challenged myself. I really wouldn't have learned more about myself. And honestly, I would have never done and created this amazing life that I'm building now without those things. So it's a journey. It's not perfect. It's not flawless, but I'm absolutely so fortunate and so blessed that it did happen to me, that I was able to get support in transition. And now that I'm in a position to help other people who may be having those same feelings of confusion and anxiety and concern about things that feel like they're happening to them. Absolutely.
Oh, that's so powerful. And I love that you've taken this turmoil or this challenge, this tribulations is the word I was looking for, and you've turned it into, well, how can I help others go through that with a little bit more ease, grace, and support? And I think that's just such a testament to who you are as an individual and the fact that you utilized it as ammunition to say, I could be that shining light for others when they're in kind of that darkest hour. So I absolutely love that. So now that
Yeah.
you're in this space, you talk a lot about transitions as a powerful time for self-healing, self-discovery. Why do you think that is? What's kind of the connection?
Absolutely. I feel like sometimes we are just living, right? Life is lifing, right? Especially for women of color. We are working, we are taking care of our families, we are doing our best in our career, we're going back for degrees and certifications, we're supporting everyone else. And a lot of times we're just in the societal place of, I've got to go, I've got to go, I've got to go. And it's not really until things are shaken up that you step back and even think like, wait, what is going on right now? Like, am I even happy? Am I doing something that's fulfilling to me? Am I actually doing the things that I dreamed of doing? Am I living at my fullest potential? If I got to choose where I lived and who I was with and how I spent my time, is this what I'd actually choose? So it doesn't have to be a huge transition, right? I talked about divorce, job loss, these things that we go through. However, sometimes it's just really recognizing I checked all the boxes, right? I look great on paper. I look great in person, but something's missing. And I know that there's something more that I want for my life. I know that there's something more that I can give. So I think those are honorable transitions too. And I'm just really intrigued with the opportunity of women not doing things because they're supposed to or because they think that they should or because someone told them that they should, but really feeling connected with what they know their purpose to be and really living a life that feels authentic and joyful to them. So it's so important.